The king crab, Paralithodes kamchaticus, is one of the largest and most commercially valuable crab species in the world. It is found mainly in the Bering Sea, off the coast of Alaska, and the Sea of Okhotsk, off the coast of Russia. The king crab is known for its enormous size and delicious meat, especially the crab legs, which are considered a delicacy in many restaurants around the world. The king crab fishing season in Alaska usually takes place in the fall and winter, from October to January. This is a short but stressful time for fishermen, due to the harsh weather conditions of the Bering Sea with large waves, strong winds, and extremely low temperatures. The short fishing season is due to strict regulations in place to protect natural resources and ensure that fishing does not endanger the future survival of the crab species. Crab fishing vessels are specially designed to operate in harsh sea conditions. They are usually solidly built, with a strong hull to withstand high waves. A typical crab fishing vessel can be 30 to 50 meters long and is fully equipped with the tools and equipment needed to collect and process hundreds of crab traps each day. Crab traps, also known as crab pots, are the most important tool in the fishing process. These traps are usually made of steel, lined with plastic mesh to create small cells that keep the crabs inside but still allow other smaller species to escape. Each trap is quite large, often holding up to 30 to 40 adult crabs. The traps are placed on the seabed and then pulled up to the boat after a few days for harvesting. Fishermen use fish, usually herring or cod, as bait for the crabs. The bait is placed inside the crab traps to attract the king crabs inside. Fishermen will drop the crab traps on the seabed at predetermined locations, based on experience and modern positioning technology. These locations are usually areas with depths of 100 to 400 meters, where king crabs are common. Crab traps are dropped with tow lines and buoys to mark them for easy retrieval and retrieval later. After 24 to 48 hours of setting the traps, fishermen will begin to pull the traps up to check and harvest the crabs. This process is elaborate and requires careful handling because the traps are very heavy, especially when full of crabs. Fishermen must ensure that no crabs are left behind and that the traps are not damaged during the pulling process. Once the traps are pulled aboard, the king crabs are sorted on deck. The qualified crabs, which are usually large and healthy, are kept, while those that are too small or do not meet the standards are released back into the sea to protect the natural resource. The sorted king crabs are stored in cold seawater tanks on board to keep them fresh until the ship arrives at port. Storing crabs in cold seawater helps ensure the quality of the crabs when they arrive at the processing plant. The Bering Sea is known for its harsh weather conditions, especially in the winter when snowstorms and large waves are common. This not only makes fishing difficult, but also very dangerous for the fishermen's lives. Fishing boats face the risk of capsizing or sinking, and fishermen must always be on high alert. King crab fishing is considered one of the most dangerous occupations in the world. In addition to the risks from the weather, fishermen also face dangers from fishing equipment, such as broken tow lines or crab traps falling off the deck. Any small mistake can lead to a serious accident. To ensure sustainable king crab fishing, regulatory agencies in the U.S., such as NOAA, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, have set strict regulations on catch quotas and the size of crabs that can be harvested. Fishermen must comply with these regulations or face heavy fines. In addition to king crab, American fishermen harvest many other species of crab, each with its own biological characteristics and commercial value. Other popular crab species include snow crab, Dungeness crab, and blue crab. Each species requires different fishing and management methods to ensure sustainable fisheries. Snow crab, Chianoicetes opaleo, commonly found in the North Atlantic and North Pacific, is one of the most commonly harvested crabs in Alaska. Snow crab is smaller than king crab. Snow crabs are usually caught in crab traps, but have sweet and tender meat, making them very popular in the culinary world. The snow crab fishing season usually lasts from January to April. The main fishing areas are the Bering Sea and the Chukchi Sea, where snow crabs live at depths of 50 to 200 meters. Like king crabs, snow crabs are caught in crab traps. However, snow crab traps are usually smaller and lighter. Fishermen often use specially designed traps to ensure that only snow crabs are caught, avoiding the accidental capture of other crab species or unwanted marine life. Snow crab fishing also faces the same challenges as king crab, including harsh weather conditions and occupational hazards. In addition, fishermen face changes in crab populations due to climate change, which affect catches. Dungeness crab, Metacarcinus magister, is a common crab along the west coast of the United States, from Alaska down to California. Dungeness crab is a medium-sized crab with a hard shell and sweet meat, popular in dishes such as steamed crab or stir-fried crab. Dungeness crab fishing season typically runs from December to August, depending on the area. Major fishing areas include Puget Sound, San Francisco Bay, and inshore waters in Oregon and Washington. Dungeness crab is typically caught using crab traps or bottom nets. Crab traps are designed to catch large crabs, ensuring that only adults are caught. Additionally, the use of bottom nets allows fishermen to harvest crabs over a larger area. Dungeness crab fishing is strictly managed to ensure sustainability. Regulations include catch quotas, size limits, and fishing bans during the spawning season. This helps protect crab stocks and ensures that they are not overfished. The blue crab, Calanectes sapidus, is a common crab species in the Atlantic Ocean, from Nova Scotia down to Argentina. In the United States, blue crabs are primarily caught in the Chesapeake Bay and the East Coast. Blue crab fishing occurs year-round, but peaks from summer to fall. Chesapeake Bay is the most famous blue crab fishery, where the crab has become a symbol of local cuisine. Blue crabs are caught using a variety of methods, including nets, traps, and crab lines. Nets and traps are typically placed in shallow, near-shore waters where blue crabs live. Hand fishing is also a popular method, especially in local communities. Blue crabs face many challenges, including habitat loss due to pollution and climate change. To protect the species, regulatory agencies have put in place a number of conservation measures, including catch quotas and regulations on the size of crabs that can be harvested. Once caught and kept fresh on board, king crabs are quickly transported to processing plants. Transport is usually done by trucks equipped with refrigeration systems or special containers with cold seawater to keep the crabs fresh. When the king crabs arrive at the factory, they are immediately inspected for quality. Experts will evaluate the condition of the crabs based on their size, weight, and health. Crabs that do not meet the standards will be discarded. The king crabs will be graded by size and quality to meet different market requirements. Different types of crabs will be processed in separate processes, depending on the end use, export, domestic processing, or use in value-added products. After being graded, the king crabs will be slaughtered. This process requires speed and precision to ensure the quality of the crab meat. The crabs will be washed to remove impurities and dirt on the shell. After cleaning, the king crabs will be separated from the meat. Crab meat is usually separated from the crab legs and body, then cleaned again to remove the shell and inedible parts. The meat is then packaged immediately to maintain freshness. Some king crab products require heat processing before packaging. The heat processing process involves steaming or boiling the crab to cook the meat. After heat processing, the crab meat is quickly cooled to prevent loss of quality. The processed king crab meat is packaged in vacuum-sealed bags or plastic boxes. These products are then stored at low temperatures, usually frozen, to extend shelf life and maintain the quality of the meat. At processing plants, quality control is strictly implemented at all stages, from receiving raw materials, processing to packaging. Food safety and hygiene indicators, meat quality, and packaging standards must comply with strict regulations of the management agency. Ensuring food safety and hygiene is the top priority in the king crab processing process. The factory must comply with hygiene regulations, including the use of clean water, standard processing equipment, and a safe working environment. The final products must meet food safety standards before being distributed to the market. Catching and processing king crab and other crab species in the US is a complex process that requires high professionalism. From fishing in the harsh weather conditions of the Bering Sea to sophisticated processing in factories, all are aimed at ensuring the supply of high-quality crab products to the global market. The crab industry not only plays an important role in the economies of coastal areas but also contributes to the protection of marine resources through sustainable management and conservation measures. It is through the combination of modern technology, traditional experience and strict regulations that the industry can develop sustainably, meeting the growing demand of consumers around the world. The crab fishing and processing industry is one of the main sources of income for many coastal communities in the United States, especially in Alaska, Washington, Oregon and the Chesapeake Bay. These areas residents rely heavily on crab fishing to sustain their local economies, providing jobs for thousands of people, from fishermen to those working in processing plants. In addition, the industry also contributes to the development of related industries such as shipbuilding, fishing equipment manufacturing, logistics and transportation services, all of which create a closed economic value chain and contribute to the sustainable development of coastal areas. King crab and other crab species from the US are widely exported to many markets around the world, especially Asia, Europe and North America. King crab meat, with its high quality and great economic value, is one of the main export products, bringing significant foreign exchange income to the US. The crab export market not only contributes to GDP, but also helps balance the trade balance, enhancing the position of the United States in international trade. The crab fishing and processing industry also promotes investment in coastal infrastructure, including seaports, cold storage, processing plants, and transportation systems. These investments not only serve the crab industry but also facilitate the development of other economic sectors, especially tourism and maritime services. The crab fishing and processing industry creates thousands of jobs for people in coastal areas. This is the main source of income for many households, helping to improve the lives and raise the living standards of local people. Especially in economically disadvantaged areas, this industry plays an important role in poverty reduction and maintaining social stability. Crab fishing is not only a profession but also an indispensable part of culture and tradition in many coastal communities. From generation to generation, fishing families have passed on their skills, experiences and values associated with the sea. The industry contributes to the preservation and promotion of unique cultural values, while creating community cohesion through crab fishing and processing activities. The crab fishing and processing industry also creates a great demand for education and professional training, from fisheries training schools to apprenticeships and on-the-job training programs. This training not only helps to improve the skills of the workforce but also helps to maintain and improve product quality, ensuring the sustainable development of the industry. Strengthening community cooperation and resource management. management. Fishing communities and management agencies often cooperate to protect crab resources through sustainable management programs. These initiatives include the establishment of marine protected areas, regulations on fishing quotas, and environmental awareness campaigns. This partnership not only protects crab resources but also helps protect marine ecosystems and maintain natural balance. Climate change is one of the major challenges facing the crab industry in the United States. Changes in sea temperatures, rising sea levels, and ocean acidification can severely impact crab populations, from altering habitats to reducing crab catches. The industry needs to adapt to these changes through appropriate management practices and the development of new technologies. The global market is constantly changing, and the crab industry is no exception. Competition from other countries, price fluctuations, and increasingly stringent food quality and safety requirements from international customers are major challenges. The U.S. crab industry must continually innovate and improve its competitiveness to maintain its position in the global market. In the context of increasingly overexploited marine resources, the conservation and sustainable management of crab resources has become an important task. Management agencies and fishing communities must continue to work closely to develop effective policies and management measures to ensure that this resource continues to serve future generations. Despite many challenges, the crab fishing and processing industry still has many prospects for growth. Global demand for crab continues to increase, especially in emerging markets. Advances in processing and preservation technology, along with sustainable management initiatives, will help the industry maintain its growth momentum and continue to make positive contributions to the U.S. economy and society. GPS and sensor technology have been widely used in the crab fishery, allowing fishermen to accurately locate crab traps and track them remotely. This system reduces search time and increases fishing efficiency, while also helping to protect the environment by minimizing the impact of traps on sensitive areas. Technological developments have led to the use of automation in crab fishing. Automated trap haulers, onboard crab sorting systems, and marine environmental monitoring equipment reduce the workload and risk of accidents for fishermen, while increasing efficiency and accuracy in the fishing process. The crab industry also uses information technology to manage and operate fishing operations more effectively. Mobile applications and management software help fishermen track their catches, manage catch schedules, and comply with environmental regulations. And quotas. This not only improves productivity but also supports regulatory reporting and compliance. Modern processing technology has helped improve the quality of crab products and meet the strict standards of the international market. Automated processing systems, such as crab meat separator and vacuum packaging equipment, help optimize the production process, minimize waste, and ensure the freshness of the final product. Refrigeration and cold transport technology are key to maintaining the quality of crab from catch to consumer. Crab processing plants use modern cold storage facilities, along with temperature-controlled transportation systems, to ensure that crabs retain their fresh flavor and nutritional value throughout the entire process. In addition to fresh and frozen crab products, the industry has developed many value-added crab products, such as processed crab, crab soup, and prepackaged crab meat dishes. These products not only expand the consumer market, but also create new business opportunities, enhancing the brand value of American crab products in the international market. Scientific research on crab biology and habitat has provided important knowledge for sustainable crab resource management and conservation. A better understanding of the life cycle, reproductive behavior, and factors that influence crab populations allows managers to make informed decisions. About the conservation and sustainable exploitation of this resource. In recent years, the crab industry has begun to experiment and develop crab farming models to reduce pressure on wild resources. Research centers and companies have invested in breeding fast-growing, disease-resistant crabs, along with developing advanced farming technologies, creating a stable and sustainable supply for the market. The U.S. crab fishing and processing industry has strong growth potential thanks to the application of modern technology and